Welcome everyone. I am Anil Anthony, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Jyoti Engineering College. Here I am going to discuss on the topic backtracking. So backtracking is a design technique used in algorithm to solve some type of computational problem. Where the backtracking is used. Suppose you have to make a series of decisions among various choices where you don't have enough information to know what to choose. Each decision leads to a new set of choices. That some sequence of choices may result in the solution of your problem. So what is backtracking and where it is used is that backtracking is a methodological way of trying out various sequence of decision until you find the one that works. And backtracking uses brute force approach. That is, brute force approach means it finds all the possible solution and select the desired solution as per the constraint. So there is a finding out all solution, but we are selecting some desired solution that based on the constraint. That is the feature of backtracking. Okay. So this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm, and this is how it works. As you know, the backtracking is a depth first recursive search approach. That is, we are finding backtracking by means of depth basis. That is, depth first search algorithm you are familiar with, and it tests whether the solution has been found. If found the solution, it returns the value. Else, each choice can be made, and depend upon the choice we made, we are moving to the next choice and recursively find out the solution. And after, if it is find out, it will return the value. If there is no choice, means it result in failure. That is the backtracking algorithm works. And this example for a backtracking algorithm is, one is the path through the maze. That is, we have a maze with a starting point and ending point, and maze have to travel to the ending point at different paths, and we have to find out the shortest path for the maze to reach there. That is our constraint, and this is not the constraint. We can say that we can have different path, and different path have to be find out, and for the maze to reach the destination. That is what we have to find out. And some path will result in failure. We have to end the path during the way. So the maze have to find out different path, for that we find the solution. So this is an example for a backtrack algorithm. So solution of the backtracking problem can be represented by a state space tree. The constraint applied to find the solution is called bounding function. And what is these terms and how the solution it works, we can show by one example. So this is an example of how a backtracking works. I am taking the journal so to show how it works. I am drawing by myself, and see, there is the example. We have three seats, and we have three students, two boy student and one girl student, and we need to arrange the two boys and girls in these seats. The constraint we are imposed is that the girl should not be sit in between the boys. That is the constraint we have to apply. So I am going to draw this state space tree of this corresponding backtracking solution. So if we see, this is a starting node. We have to arrange the B1, then we can put B2. So this is depth wise, we are finding out the solution. So we are going to depth wise. That is, first we are putting the first seat is provided to B1, then we are providing with B2, then one more chance is that we are providing with the value G1, and next we are backtracking to the B1. We are coming to this place. After adding G1, we are coming to this place, and then again we are backtracking, so that we have to remove these two places, then then we are adding. Next, what we have to add? Only b1 is there, b2 g1, this combination is finished. Then we are adding g1. So when you are adding g1, the problem is that the bounding function results. Why? Because the g1 will comes in the middle. So this is called the bounding function, where from where we are stopping further tree. Okay, so again we are backtracking to the previous place, then again backtrack to the previous place. Next, what we are doing is that we are giving the value. First place can be removed by b1, so return back to the parent node. Then b2 is added in the first seat, then b1, then the choice is that g1. So again we are that is, here is b1 and this is g1. Next, this is we are removing g1, this is one combination, then b1, then it moves here. It will, next combination provide is that we can include g1. So the problem is that again our constraint, that is girl should not be sit in the middle, that is a constraint we are imposed on, that should be not the solution. So it result in bounding function. So again one more case is that g1 should be at the first place. g1 is should be in the first place. Then we are including b1, then we are including b2. This is the one case. Then next, the other case is b2 and b1. So this is how the state space diagram is drawn for this backtracking approach, and this is how we are finding a solution. This is one solution, this is another solution, this one is another solution, this one. These are the 4 solutions for this corresponding for this backtracking algorithm. Okay, so next we are discussing to the we are moving going back to the PowerPoint presentation. So this is the solution of the backtracking using this state space tree. So this is the same diagram we are already drawn, and this is the, we have the success, and some cases it will be failure. If it is failure, it comes to the parent node. And this is the one problem that can be solved by using backtracking, that is n-queue problem. It's one of the classic problem in backtracking. This is we are considering n by n chess, and there are n queues, and that n queue should be not in under attacked. These queues are under attack. Okay, that is, this is a problem statement, and this is an example for that. It is drawing the state space tree having 4 by 4 matrix, and we are inserting 4 queue in such a way that all the queue is under attack, and we are getting solution only one solution. We have 2 solutions there for this problem, and we'll discuss in the next classes. Okay, this is how the state space diagram of the n-queue 4 queue problem. Thank you. That's all about today's class. Thank you for watching.